Hello lads, ladies, gents, ladetts, whoever, whatever, welcome back to another video. While I ramble on, please enjoy my tier list of games I've played this year / made videos on. It's not the quality of the videos, it's the quality of the game. Well, it's time for another crappy update. I'm going to try and keep this as brief as I can, but I will ramble a bit, so I do apologize in advance. Firstly, the Discord is now live. If you want to join, it is in the description below, and also, if I remember, the pinned comment. Feel free to join in. If you have any issues joining in, let me know in a comment so I can fix it, because I am not great with Discord. For someone who loves technology, Discord just goes straight over my head. It is one of those things I get lost navigating the settings every single time. The Discord will have basically everything a Discord should have. If there are any suggestions you want to see in that Discord, events you want me to run, like movie nights, things like that, I'm happy to try and sort something out. There will be a supporter chat, and that supporter chat are for very close friends of mine, as well as people who sign up via Patreon, Ko-fi, or YouTube memberships, and that will give them behind the scenes looks. That will let them vote on upcoming videos, or have a little bit more say in something that might go into a video. They'll get a little bit more direct involvement in my creation process, as long as they want to. I'm not going to sit there and be like, no, you have to help me. No, you're already a supporter, so I want to give you as much opportunity to be a part of this entire endeavor, I guess. Beyond that, there is an indie game corner kind of spot where indie devs can talk about their games, advertise their game, and just communicate with each other and maybe give each other ideas or help each other out if they're having troubles with certain bits of code, things like that. Because some people are absolute wizards at it. Some people, like myself, are absolute scrubs at it. For those who don't know, I've made a couple games in the past. Nothing I've released to people because they're shit. But, I've made a few little projects and learnt a couple things, and I respect the amount of work that goes into it. I'm encouraging basically everyone to join in. Feel free to invite your friends. If you want someone to talk to while you're in there, if you're a little bit anxious like I am, I'm not great at talking to strangers, but the option's there. State of the channel, very straightforward. Most things are going to stay the same. We're still going to have our retrospective / taking out the trash that started on the Mondays / Sundays, and then we're going to have an indie video a week. So just one, not two anymore. If you have noticed, I've been a little bit slack on videos over the last month. That's just because mental health has been a bit drained because of physical pain that I'm in from my back injury. For those who don't know, I got 2 disc bulges on my L4 L5 and my L5 S1. The L5 S1 is pretty rough, at least from the CT scan that I did the other day, but I'm still waiting to hear the full results and see if we can do a steroid injection in the area to kind of help relieve the pain. Fingers crossed, because otherwise I have to take painkillers, and although I'm not opposed to taking them if you need them, I don't really want to rely on them to be able to function. Beyond that, we are going to be bringing back the Creator Corner, so I'm going to be interviewing other creators, but also indie developers, and give them a platform to talk about the progress they've been making on their game if I've checked it out while it's in early development, along with giving them a chance to, talk about future plans and just, have a space to talk about the struggles of being a developer, because especially as an indie developer, you might not have the funding to necessarily be like, yeah, I can just stop work, I'm going to do this after work, or, everything else that comes with it. So I think it helps let players understand how difficult it is to be a developer. I think a lot of people have got a bit of an unrealistic expectation that everything should be just piss easy. It's just not the case. That shit's hard. And I think anyone who has ever tried to make a game definitely understands. I think a lot of people do understand, but I do think there are people out there who have unrealistic expectations because they see a AAA game that comes out and they go, oh, well, why isn't this game as good as this? When that AAA game has 2,000 people working on it, not maybe 2 dudes. So definitely just a chance for them to sort of be like, hey, yeah, this is like what it is, but yeah, streams are going to continue. However, streams are not going to necessarily just be first impressions anymore. You may have noticed I've done a couple revisits for anyone who does follow the streams. But we're also going to be doing streams like I did initially, where I'm streaming and getting footage for other videos. So that will be an option, because there are games that I really want to do videos on, but I just find myself busy with so many other things that I don't really have the motivation to do it. I want to stream, but I need to stream this game. But now I'm sort of caught up on all the games I need to cover for live streaming, in terms of the keys I've been sent and stuff like that. So I can sort of do those things. And the final thing that I want to talk about is the changes that are going to come forward. So first and foremost, we're basically going to be adding in one new other content type, and that will be these big, more documentary style review video things. I don't really know what the hell you're going to call them. But effectively, I'm working on a video for StarCraft. And for those who don't know, that's one of my all-time favorite series. But I'm going to be doing StarCraft 1, 2, so all the campaigns. I'm going to be doing the arcade scene. I'm going to be talking about the co-op scene. I'm going to be talking about the esports scene, the Twitch scene or the streaming scene, the commentary scene, and like just everything to do with the game as much as possible. I'm going to try to get, but yeah, it's going to be a stupidly large project. I had me rambling originally for like another 5 minutes about all the crap I want to do for it, but for the sake of time, effectively, it's just going to be very, very, very big. I've already got footage for Wings of Liberty and Heart of the Swarm from StarCraft 2, and that's about 120 gigs worth of footage because I'm getting absolutely every second of every bit of gameplay that I can possibly get. So I still have to do Legacy of the Void, then I need to do Nova, and also StarCraft 1. But yeah. So look forward to that, but I'm going to be doing that style of video for stuff like Kingdom Hearts as well, for Diablo, for Resident Evil. I want to go like really in depth with some of my all-time favorite series and just learn everything about it. Look into like the speed running scenes, look into the challenge running scenes for those type of games and that, because I think it's content that I enjoy consuming. So why not learn about it and share it with everybody as possible? Beyond all that, I'm just going to explain a couple things on the tier list. Firstly, yes, Promise Mascot Agency is my game of the year so far. This list will be updated as time goes on, as I'm going to be doing these check-ins every couple of months, and some might shift around. I'm not necessarily going to have everything stay in the same place, just because I think it's fun to sort of go, hey, look at all these games I've played, games I've recorded, or have videos on, and just share them with you, because why not? Reflect on them, give them another chance to be seen as well. I also want to just preface for Elise, the only game in D tier that was an indie game. I was torn putting it there, but it is a game that unfortunately does have quite a lot of bugs and needs just more time in the oven. The bones are definitely there. The bones are good. The game has potential. It's not going to be Resident Evil 2 Remake, Reborn, The Reckoning, or anything crazy, but it has potential to be a very solid zombie third-person action horror survival game. But with that all out of the way, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what your game of the year is so far, because I think that'd be pretty damn cool. If you enjoyed the video, please consider hitting that like button. If you want to go that extra step, hit the subscribe button, support Ko-fi, all that crap. You get the idea. No one's listening at this point anyway. I appreciate you all. Join the Discord. Come talk. Come hang out. Make fun of me for being ugly and fat. Feel free to do that. And I will see you guys in the next one. Stay safe out there. Bye.